I think I'd be a very good spy. I go between being incredibly graceful and incredibly clumsy, and I kind of like meet in the middle. So I have these moments where you're like, wow, I can't believe I did that. And then I fall down.
George Washington's first female spy during the Revolution. They called her Agent 355 because they didn't want the world to know her real name.
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
I'm great.
How is the press tour going for the 355, first of all?
We're going to be all together in person in January, and that's going to be really exciting because then I can give all those girls a hug. You know, it feels like it's been a while that we've been separated from each other. And so to be together in January, it's going to be really exciting.
I can imagine you must have become quite a family when you filmed as well. So it must be lovely to be able to meet up again at some point.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was every day we were like, how did we get away with making this movie? We're so lucky.
Oh, that's so nice. Sounds like you've got a fantastic team. You all have such amazing chemistry. So with last year's Ava and obviously now the 355, I really feel like you're carving out a corner for yourself as an action heroine. So for the 355 in particular, did you learn any special skills for this role?
You know, I had studied fight combat since college. I trained in Krav Maga when I worked on the debt. For this, there was a lot of weapons training. I had done some in the past, but this was full on, especially the last sequence of the film. Like also the reloading the gun, you know, without looking is like, you know, that there's a moment where I say I'm out and Diane throws it to me and I catch it without looking and then like reload the gun without looking. And that was, I worked on that a long time because it had to be to the point where it felt like I was very comfortable with everything. And so we had to get there. Also the stunts in terms of like the jump I do from that very high platform onto the barge, I've never done anything like that. I tend to be a little afraid of heights. So that was a lot. That was it felt insurmountable. And I was up there like I had that moment of like I could just leave. And actually that's what the stunt coordinator Jimmy said to me. He goes, you don't have to do this, Jess, because they hadn't planned on me doing it. They had planned just on the stunt performer. And I was like, nope. I looked down and I saw all the crew staring up at me. And I was like, I'm not getting down off this platform unless I'm jumping off. So
oh my goodness, that is incredible. You're basically a superhero in real life, especially if you're a bit afraid of heights and you managed to do that. Yes, you are. You need to give yourself a big pat on the back. That's incredible.
I just thrive. I do very well in a situation that I feel uncomfortable in. You know, there's something like anyone, we all, when we're out of our comfort zone, we have to rise up a different level. Right. And so I like to put myself out of my comfort zone a lot because it creates something in me of like, you got to show up. You can't just sleepwalk through this one.
It looks like you had a lot of fun filming this. Could you tell me what was your favorite scene to film and maybe the most difficult scene to film as well?
The most difficult scene to film was absolutely the freezer fight with Diane. She's tough. We worked on that for weeks before we ever got to set. I mean, we did everything. I mean, it was Diane and I, like, we really worked hard on that fight. It was important for us if we were going to make this film that we, you know, yes, we have incredible stunt performers and they helped us a lot, like by teaching us everything. But it was important that the actresses are able, if they feel safe, to do everything. Because these are a lot of women that the industry hasn't given them an opportunity to be fierce and be, you know, powerful. And I wanted to show them in that way. So that was that was exhausting to shoot. I mean, every day was really fun. I guess the auction was super fun. It was seeing everyone. Penelope was so funny in that scene. And to see her, we don't get to see, she's really, really funny. And I feel like the industry hasn't kind of tapped into her as a comedian, but she's really, really funny. And so I loved watching that scene.
So Jessica, if you were a spy in real life, how do you think you'd get along as a spy? Do you think you'd be a good spy? Do you think you'd be a bad spy? Do you think you'd be a double agent? What type of spy would you be?
I think I'd be a very good spy. I think I could sneak away in the shadows. And maybe it's because I'm an actor, so I watch people all the time, even, you know, when they don't know I'm watching them. I watch them on the subway or whatever. I read between the lines a lot. And like, I can kind of tell, like, if something's going on with someone, I can feel it, you know, And so I think I would be a great, I mean, listen, in a make-believe world, I would be in a great spy. I know women who actually do it for a living, and they're the most intelligent people I have ever met, and their capabilities are like way beyond what I could achieve. But it's fun to think about it.
That's amazing. I have so much admiration. When I was younger, I wanted to be an MI5 and be an intelligence officer, which is why I was so excited when this film was announced. So many films out there, but I feel like whenever they're touching on female espionage, normally it's a comedy. Like there's it's very rare to find a drama. It's really nice to see this story from a female perspective rather than a male perspective. So again, really excited for everyone to see this. You and Diane are just a formidable duo, I have to say. I'm hoping that you get to do more films together because I thought the two of you were just absolute magic.
I love her. I love her so much. And she's just, I have like such a crush on her. I mean, like how she is as a woman and as a mother and as a friend and as an actress. And I mean, this is a bit silly, but she would always like, she's so chic, even coming to makeup every day, you know, it's like 5 or 6 a.m. and we're all exhausted. And she comes in and she just looks so stylish. And I remember she had like this like little motorcycle cap she wore. And I thought she was the coolest thing. And then when I got back home, I went and bought one of those caps. Because I was like,
did you?
Like
oh my God, I love that.
Yeah. But then I felt like every time I wore it outside, I was like, I'm like such a poser. I'm like trying to copy her. But she's pretty great.
Wear the hat around Diane. Have you had an outing where you both wore it together?
No, that would be embarrassing. Because literally she'd be like, why are you copying everything about me? It's like single white female territory right there.
Oh, I love it. I feel like you could start a new fashion trend. That could be the thing for 2022, these hats. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
So the 355, it's a bit of a passion project for yourself. How did you go about the process of the other wonderful leading ladies in the film? And was it people you'd worked with before or just who you knew they could bring that to screen?
Yeah, I hadn't worked with any of the women before. Of course, I've been great admirers of their work. I met them all socially, and just when I was putting this project together, I knew it needed to be international, but I also knew that I just wanted nice people. And people who were fun to be around because it was going to be hard work. The actors, the men I had worked with before, Edgar and Sebastian, and so they were, you know, super easy calls to make because I've known them to be, in addition, because they're the eye candy in our film. In addition to being gorgeous, I knew that they were really supportive of women in our industry, and so I wanted to include them.
The new team.
We're the 355.